Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Now this is round 1 of the Manufacturers Series that is currently going on in GT Sport. Now jumping straight into the qualifying, I was actually the first out of the pits, which means I'm not going to get any tow on a flying lap. And speaking of flying lap, here it is. Keeping my foot down through the first corner, braking, heading into second to go into the S's. Just lifting off so I can get round the fourth back onto the power before braking for the 5th corner. Braking around 150, turning in and just back on the power. Heading through the first of the 2 chicanes, just to give the wall a little tap. Now final corner, braking just before 100 meters, just giving the apex a little touch. Back on the power, heading down the main straight. And I managed to cross the line with a time of 1 minute 42, and that manages to give me 7th place on the grid. Now moving over to the race itself, this is 15 laps, rolling start, and I have to use both the soft and medium compound tyres. Starting this out on the soft, just letting auto drive finish, and you can see everyone just tucking in, just trying to get to the car behind, trying to get as much tow as possible. Now the second corner is quite busy to try and get around this Subaru in front and actually get hit, but I managed to hold it. But thanks to the loss of speed, I end up back in 8th. Now if you look to the left, you can see some of the drivers taking the off-road route, which is always good. I've managed to pull up into 6th place. Now Alex here just overtakes me, but he's got a bit too much speed, so he ends up going off. Allows me to easily take 6th place back. Now coming out of this chicane, and you can see, oh, there's a bit of contact, and the Porsche's ended up in the wall. Just tucking in behind green, trying to get as much tow as I can, going into the 2nd lap, just going for the overtake, down the inside, up into 5th place. Second corner, green and spark actually tuck in, but there's a bit more contact coming out, but I managed to hold on to 5th. And you can see here we're just bouncing around off each other, heading down the straight. Now jumping back over to the driver cam, you can see the gap ahead is nearly 7 seconds. I've still got the pack behind, nipping away. And I broke a little too late, took it a little wide, dipped 2 wheels off the side. Luckily I don't lose any places, head towards the chicane. Once again, I make contact with the barrier, which allows green to just tuck past and then pull away. Final corner, I end up taking this just a little bit wide, get a little bump there, go off the track, bounce around, try and come back on and into the wall. Thankfully I'm pointing the right direction, so I just put my foot down and start going again. Heading into lap 3, I'm running in 9th place. My car is damaged, but what is nice is the cars will repair themselves after so long. One of the perks of being a simulation. Just fallen down into 10th, but my car is now miraculously repaired, allowing me to keep up with the pack. Now heading down into the hairpin, I give the BMW a little bump, does cause him to go off, but he very quickly gets his revenge and absolute disaster back into the barrier. Now I ended up having an even worse day, as you can see, trying to hit the second chicane a little too late. Coming around the final corner, and thankfully someone else has gone off and gone wide, and that allows me to move up into 12th. Hopefully I never have a lap like that again. Now I'm just going to fast forward through part of this lap. Now hopefully I can get through these chicanes a lot better than last time. That was a lot better, but I'm still noticing I'm losing time out of the second chicane. Now it's the final corner, and Spark is actually giving me a little nudge, causing me to ride wide, and he gets passed into 12th, knocking me down another place. Fifth lap, I'm going to try and move on the inside, but he does shut the door on me, so I swing over to the left, try and outbrake. Little bit of contact, but we managed to just hold it onto the track, and I take 12th back. I've absolutely got to say, I love the fact that this car's driving position is in the centre. It just feels like a go-kart. And Spark just takes me on the inside. And with that, we're going to fast forward just a little bit more. coming out of corner 3, I managed to move up into 12th. And thank you to the Alpha brakes very early, leave the door open for me. I'll take that position into 11th as well. Jumping over to the TV camera into the hairpin, and the Honda just give me a little bump and I'm in the wall yet again. Absolute disaster. Managed to drive away, clinging on to 13th. Coming towards the end of lap 6, my tyres are pretty much dead at this point, and my car is also damaged, so I'm going to go and pit. Now, if you see the speed that I selected the tyres, I didn't give myself enough time to realise what I was doing, and I very quickly realised I didn't change the compound of the tyre. This means I have to do a second stop, which I really didn't want to. Coming out of the pit and rejoining the race in 15th, the one thing I can be at least happy about is the fact I've got fresh boots on the car. We're just going to fast forward a bit more through lap 7. Now we're coming up to the BMW ahead, who actually ends up sliding off the track. It allows me to pass, so I'm happy. Now at this point, we're just going to skip ahead to lap 10, where I'm almost lapping the Honda in 17th. And I thought I was having a bad race. Now moving across to the TV cam, you can see the driver who was in 10th, absolutely in the wall. And I almost bottle it on the chicane, but I managed to hold on. Now, by this point in the race, I realised you can actually hit the second chicane in 4th. That gives you so much more speed coming out of the corner. Now we're just going to fast forward some more. Towards the back end of lap 11. Back through the Old Faithful chicanes. And just the Honda behind just absolutely rockets into the wall. Okay, time for the second stop. Now I need to remember to change to the mediums, which I actually did. Well done me, good job. Okay. 12th place, 4 laps to go, fresh boots. And once again, we can see Alex is off the track. Put some more tyres on it, mate. And we're just going to fast forward once again. And now this overtake here, to me, it looked like I took him on the outside. I didn't realise that he'd just left until I checked the replay. Coming down into the hairpin, you can see the gap ahead is nearly 6 seconds. And once again, we're going to jump ahead, this time to the final lap, where you can see the car in 10th place, in the barrier, allowing me to overtake. Now you can see I'm actually cutting into the lead of the car ahead from, it was over 5 seconds, it's now closer to 4. Almost makes me wish there was a couple more laps. Maybe try and close the gap a bit more. The gap's now under 3 seconds. Coming around the final corner. Coming up to the checkered flag, across the line in 10th place. But looking at the results, I actually end up in 6th. I'm assuming they all had tyre penalties. And that'll be it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing well, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one.